Welcome to Season 2 of Conversations That Matter. Starring William Hussey, 365, Dr. Jean Blackman, and Dominique Davis. The place where meaningful dialogue creates change. Sit back, grab a snack, and join us for a conversation that truly matters.
Something now. Something now. Something now.
I can hear you.
You coming back? There we go.
Okay.
Test this.
Go back to the road test.
1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Testing, testing.
If y'all can hear us, give us some hearts, please.
Yo. Shamisa Robinson says she can hear us now.
Okay.
Good job, team. It would go out when we're talking about health, right?
That's right.
But the devil is a liar. Can I get an amen?
Amen. All right, we back in full effect, y'all. Sorry about that, having technical difficulties, but I am your main man, William Hussey 365.
Gene Blackman.
Big 22, Dominique Davis.
And we are Conversations That Matter, brought to you live at Conversations That Matter Live. That's what's up. How was y'all doing, man? But they couldn't hear us, so we got to go over this again. So how you been, my brother? It's been 2 weeks. You've been
well.
out, and it's good to see you again.
I've been well. I went on a quick hiatus for 2 Sundays because we had to work at Chick-fil-A. Of course, I drive trucks. I haul mud. Chick-fil-A's closed on Sundays, so fortunately, I had to go get that money.
Yeah.
Well, we was told that you was protesting because we were not paying you enough.
Oh, so that's why you was acting funny.
I'm just saying, that's what was told to us, that we wasn't paying you enough and you was going to sit out for 2 weeks.
I wish you would have called me as soon as you heard that. See, that's how stuff gets started. They must be eating bad food.
Vlogs right there.
You got me right there, my brother.
I'm just saying, man.
How you been, though, Doc? You done had a busy month, busy June, busy week, busy weekend.
Yeah.
Talk
It's been
about
busy,
it,
man. Like I said earlier, we had the workshops this weekend.
Yeah.
Held it down at Windsor.
That's right.
The ESC team is so dope, man. They
Most
make things happen, man. Whether it's 1 kid in there or 100 kids, they pour into, the workshops like it's everything.
Most definitely, man.
Shout out to ESC, man.
Establishing safe coaches.
Establishing safe coaches. And then my daughter, she had her baby shower. She has a baby coming September.
Congratulations.
So we have another Virgo coming to our household.
Okay.
We deep with Virgos.
How you feel? Ho. Let's embrace that. We ain't speeding by that.
Granddaddy.
How you feel, Papa? How you feel, brother? Give it up for my brother, man. First grandbaby. Let's salute.
Yeah, man. I'm excited, man. It's a boy.
Oh, yeah?
Leland. Yeah.
Leland.
I'm excited, man.
That's what's up.
And then, of course, her boyfriend proposed to her at the baby shower.
Let's celebrate.
Yeah.
Super dope. Oh,
Absolutely.
man, you got a 2-in-1.
Yeah. So I'll be paying for a wedding.
Yeah.
That's a fact, Jack.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Salute to you, man. Congratulations, man. And we got your back.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, most definitely. We know y'all got his back, most definitely, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to everybody that
Yeah,
support the
yeah.
movement, that support anything that us brothers do, that support our podcast. Thank you. We just want to say thank you to our audience
for
before
real,
we get
appreciate
started.
it.
Because we couldn't do this without them, So salute to y'all for tuning in, sharing every flyer, sharing every live. We definitely appreciate y'all. And if y'all don't know, we got 1 more week for the season. So it's kind of bittersweet because we are tired, but we love what we do. So it's just like, till we see y'all next season after this week. Well, next week. So
Yeah.
just giving them a heads up.
So the grand finale will be next week?
Next week is the grand finale.
Next
Okay,
week.
cool.
We want them to come out and celebrate with us?
They got to.
Tell
Yeah,
them,
y'all
tell them.
got to come out and be a part of the live
Yes.
audience next week.
Most
Y'all
definitely.
got to.
Yeah.
Mandatory.
Yeah. So Dominique gonna be pushing it for the next week.
Right.
He gonna have y'all come out.
That's a fact.
They say you bring them out, bro.
Hey, man.
Now, if y'all like to come out, make sure y'all hit one of us up, or just pull up on us, man. At Conversations That Matters Live at Prestige Barber College, right here on Phillips Avenue, man. Y'all can show up anytime and support, show love, have a good time with us. We got the livest audience in the city, so we definitely appreciate the love and support. And like I said, next week is our last episode for season 2. How y'all feel, man? We done made it through 2 seasons
God is
together.
good.
And y'all ain't killed each other.
Even been on the same page a couple times.
Right. They got some agreements in there too. Super dope, man.
It's been a roller coaster, man, in a good way,
Yeah.
man. It's been exciting, man. It's been enlightening. It's been entertaining.
Most definitely.
It's definitely been enlightening, though.
Yeah, man.
Man. So it's therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm gonna miss you guys because I'm gonna still be around.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We always around each other. for one reason or another.
Right.
You know what I mean? We connected. So it's a beautiful thing. But yeah, man, we appreciate y'all. So this the second to the last episode. So we have something special for y'all today.
Right.
Health is wealth. We're gonna talk about eating healthy, about dieting, about information that we all need to know in our communities, man, because we just like to eat what we like to eat. We program that we don't realize we're really eating to die. You know what I'm saying? Instead of eating to live. You know what I mean? So we're going to break down some things today. We're going to go to some fact checks. And we have a special guest today that's going to help us through it all. So without further ado, let's bring it up. Miss Tiah Henderson.
What's up?
What's up? Keep the applause going. Yes. How you doing?
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Oh, you about to bust a
Hi,
flow.
boss.
That's what's up. So introduce yourself for the people who might not know who you are that just watch us every Sunday just because they love us.
Well, I hope y'all love me too. My
Most
name
definitely.
is Tiah Henderson, and I'm always in the pleasure to be in the presence of my family.
That's right.
Coaches, of course. So I am a licensed realtor in the state of North Carolina. I mainly am a leader in the community. We do gardening. We focus on health is wealth. And currently, right now, my biggest mission is to implement teaching people how to utilize produce, I'm a believer in intuitive eating, even though we back that with science. And there is a definite, there is a beauty to this. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's journey is different. And we're all in this together. So what my mission is to not to judge, not to force lifestyle, but to simply educate and lead by example.
Right.
It's good.
Give it up for that. That was a beautiful introduction.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Did you have a question? Oh, I didn't want to step on you. You have a question?
They're coming.
Oh, okay. Got you. Okay, so break it down in layman's terms as far as what motivated you to want to get into this? What motivated you to eat better? And what is all of this about? Like when people say eat healthy, like are we talking about vegetarian? Or are we talking about growing your own foods? Or are we talking about plant-based? You know what I mean? So there's so many things out there. A lot of people get confused. Even if you get on YouTube, you get lost in the sauce and everybody's not legit. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to ask you because you deal with it firsthand. So break it down for us a little bit more of what goes into you making that choice for you and your family.
Right. So it started about 3.5 years ago, right before the pandemic. Well, actually, just kind of a longer story going back to when I gave birth to Skylar. And immediately about 2 weeks after, she started having a lot of complications with her skin. She developed what they call cradle cap, but it was on her face.
Oh, wow.
They just didn't have a lot of answers as to what was going on with her being very uncomfortable.
Right.
Fast forward, she's 7 now, so we are 3.5 years back. I was just tired. I was tired. I was getting migraines, and severe migraines to the point to where if I felt a headache coming on, I'm gonna go ahead and pack my bag, get my charger, and I'm gonna go into the hospital because I know that I've got to get the IV infusion for whatever cocktail they give you for the migraine. It does work,
Right.
but I knew I had to have that because that was how severe it would be.
Wow.
And so
They just came out of nowhere?
Out of nowhere.
Oh, wow.
It wouldn't, bright lights or, most people's triggers for
Right.
migraines. I didn't have triggers. They would just come. So I did, my daughter had them as well. And I did get the Dave piercing.
Wow.
And that's just the piercing is right
Oh,
there.
right. Gotcha.
And what that does is it's supposed to block the pain receptor. So when you get headaches and migraines, you're getting it, but you don't feel the pain.
Oh,
So it's still it's just like putting a Band-Aid on it. It's not a
healing,
solution, but it's helpful.
Yeah.
And so doing that, and I found that I was still getting small headaches, but I wasn't being able to go to the hospital. It wasn't putting me that far in.
Gotcha.
And so I just was tired. The fast food, of course, if you guys don't know, I'm a retired beauty professional. So hustling, grinding, being on the go and moving a lot and not really taking care of myself.
Right.
Not looking at what I was eating and pay attention just to get the feeling of full. You're eating. So there was no intention there. And so I just noticed things about myself. And I started to pay attention. Skylar, again, she was having stomach issues. She began to be constipated. Her skin, it was just a lot. And so I said, you know what? Y'all don't have the answers. Let me just try to figure it out. So I went to YouTube, TikTok, all the things, and I just really started piecing information together. But I went a little deep into the rabbit hole. And that's kind of what triggered me, like, okay, well, I'm not going to eat that anymore, and I'll see.
Gotcha.
So I did a 7-day like fast from meat, would say. And when I woke up on day 7, my head wasn't hurting. And so I kind of shook my head like that to see if I would feel anything, and I didn't. So I went a little bit longer, and day 8, 9, 10, my head wasn't hurting, so I didn't go back.
Wow.
So you eat meat?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Just eat meat.
Wow.
Can I ask a question? When you stop eating meat, does your body detox? Does you feel like sick when you stop eating toxic things?
No, not the meat necessarily, because I started there, and I didn't have any type of reaction that I can remember. I didn't get any type of headache, or that was the thing I was trying to free myself from. But no, that's been almost a year. August 30th will be a year.
August 30th?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Dope. So you quit. The first step was stop eating meat.
Yes.
And the only reason you stopped eating meat was because you was trying to get rid of the headaches or the migraines, right? So on day 9th, 10th, you said you just kept going with no meats. Right. Okay, what was the next step after that? You figured it out. Okay, no meats. Right. I got control of that. I got that in motion. Right. With Skylar eat no meats too. She's on the same.
Skylar never really ate. She never really liked meat like that. She would do a hot dog. She liked chicken wings. We all like chicken.
Right.
Chicken nuggets. But she wasn't really a meat eater anyway.
Okay, got you. Right. So you kept on with no meats. What was the second step in this journey?
The second step for me was fast food. Okay. So I stopped eating
like processed too. All that's processed.
Yes. Yeah. So I started with like Arby's, Burger King, Cookout.
You cutting these off?
Cutting them off.
Okay.
Because it started to taste weird anyway. I started noticing the quality of the food was just dramatically declining. And every time I pulled up, I was ready for my little roast beef sandwich or and it was just nasty. And I was like, man, and the price is going up. So I'm paying $16. Yeah. How you spend $20 at McDonald's?
Right.
Like, so I was like, okay, we going to just cheat days because I had to cut my daughter back. That's all from the time that she started eating solid food, I literally started giving my daughter processed food, waffles, frozen chicken nuggets, fish sticks, just fries, just this. And so we started there, and then we had cheat days. So on Fridays, we would pull up, like, okay, we're going to do McDonald's today, but that's where my second step was just cutting out the fast food. And then we went into the sugar, so we stopped drinking soda, sweet teas, and artificial drinks. Yeah,
got you.
I could imagine.
Go ahead.
I could imagine, like, when you went on that 7-day intermediate fast of meat, once you do eat something again, I'm pretty sure your taste buds like tasted the actual chemical in the meat.
Right. So and the texture as well. The texture just started being real weird to me. So I started with steak first. I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. My husband still eats meat, so I cook it for him. And I used to do that as well. I would still taste it to make sure it was good.
Oh, he ain't convinced yet.
No.
He's big dog like that.
He's king of the jungle.
I know that's right. Carnivore.
So no, but I stopped tasting it as well. So, I get in that kitchen and it gets serious. So I'm very confident in my skills, so I don't have to taste it anymore. I
Most
just
definitely.
Okay, babe, I do good. All right.
Right. Keep it moving.
Yeah.
So while we right here at meats, I know, Doc, you practice a lot in this too. You still eat meats, but you cut out 2 things, right?
Well, yeah, I don't eat red meat. I don't eat beef, and I don't eat pork.
Okay. When did you make that decision in your life? It's been a minute?
I probably stopped eating pork around 16, 17.
Oh, wow.
As far as pork. Beef, I was in my early 20s when I started getting information on it and started figuring out that we can't digest meat well. I mean, beef well. And it just sits in your body and rot.
Right.
So I said, man, I have to stop eating beef. So I don't even want to look at anything.
So you was doing research in your teens and early 20s already.
Well, the information came to me. We didn't have the internet like we do now, but the information came to me, and then I started, digging a little deeper myself and then I was like, man, I just can't mess with red meat.
Yeah.
So you could imagine.
Go ahead.
I could imagine your body complimented itself once you stopped eating the red meat. You actually felt a difference in your like energy and stuff.
Absolutely, especially the beef, man. I felt a lot lighter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and I was having stools a whole lot easier and more regular.
So, is it as a culture? Is it our culture? Is it our race that can't process the beef, or is it just a human race?
The human body is not, I mean, so we're not made to eat other animals.
We're not carnivores.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like being honest. And then you have certain meats that are just hard to digest in general. You know, and even soy, like if you're trying to go vegan or whatever the case may be, we don't digest soy well. So if you're looking at the ingredients and it has a lot of soy products, probably shouldn't mess with it. You know what I mean? So it's just certain things that we just don't digest well. And if anything, if you throw some beef in that trash can and leave it in there for a few days, what is it going to do? Right. Yeah. Right. Turn. So it does the same thing inside our bodies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's some good information there, though, because I stopped eating beef and pork because Doc informed me, and then I had to cut it out.
But
I did.
You sure? Because I'll be looking at your plate, man. Your plate looking
I
crazy.
didn't say my dad, but I did cut them too off. It's only been like 3 weeks. It's only been like 3 weeks.
Last time I
But I did go 42 days. Now, see, for me, what I will do, I go on fast periodically, and I do the longest I went with no meat was 42 days, and I felt great. You know what I mean? And then when I got back into it, I really didn't do the beef and pork. I eased back in with chicken and seafood, like you was teaching me. So now I only eat turkey, seafood, and chicken. For the most part, and vegetables and fruit. But I had to cut the beef and pork out because when he started telling me certain things and you were telling me certain things, and then I started doing my own research, and I'm like, wow, you ain't like the soy. It's so many things, like sugar is like cocaine of food. You know what I mean? Like it's really killing us. So I had to start looking into certain things. And I'm still a work in progress. I mean, like my sweets, but I got to learn, to do better. So I just try to do better. And that's what we here today, y'all. Just trying to inform y'all to do better. It's not like we all are perfect or we eat amazing. We all make mistakes. We have cheat days and stuff like that. But we just want to, play our part.
Super facts.
We just want to play our part and give it back to our community and just having a show to inform our community on how to eat better, and we hope y'all take this as educational. Y'all can apply it to y'all everyday eating or, when you're cooking in the kitchen or what have you. So any more information we need to give them before we start the presentation?
What I would say is when it comes to switching over to a healthier lifestyle, you have to, because see, they have it out here like it's glitter and gold and, it's going to taste like steak. I got this mushroom and I'm getting ready to make it. No, it's not. It's going to be good. It's going to be flavorful, but it's not going to taste like steak. And so what I want to do in my community is I want to be real. I want to be transparent. You're not going to like everything. I'm a big vegetable lover. I love vegetables. I always have. So I don't have a lot of issues and I don't have a lot of, my palate, I would say, is mature.
Okay.
And because that's what I call it. It's kind of mature because you have to like ease into these things.
Right.
And a lot of times, even as adults, we have very childish palates. You still eating fish sticks and chicken nuggets, and that's very childish to me. Like, it's not giving you any type of nutritional value. So, we are speaking of self-love and self-worth and all these things, but then you're eating trash. So, you just have to take that extra time. And when you're transitioning, the biggest thing is not having those expectations. Be open, have an open heart, an open mind, and an open palate. So therefore you can receive the flavor and you can receive what the food is going to do for you, not looking at it like, well, this don't taste like chicken. I don't want that. No, it's the flavor that's there. It's the texture, and not every texture is going to be suitable for every palate. So it's just, sticking into it and trying and exploring and having fun and finding things that work for you and what make your body happy. Paying attention to your body, like you mentioned about your stools. How is your stool looking? Is it soft? Is it hard? Are you going every day? That your body is going to let you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and I even going as far as I heard some researchers say about microwaves, like it kills the nutrients, it kills the protein in certain vegetables, the things we need.
Heat in general really does that. If we were to eat food in its essence, the way that it's supposed to be all live food. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Live, fruits and vegetables. vegetables.
Right.
So heat in general kind of kills
kills-
some of the nutrients.
Yeah.
And that's what I just did as well. From June 10th to July 10th to my birthday, I did a 30-day high raw fast.
Wow.
And it was interesting, which is basically most of the food not being cooked. But you have, like, I do garbanzo beans and different bean stuff. It's already cooked, but it's not heated or warmed. Or if you did warm it, that's what considers it high raw, because it does have more substance to it and a little bit of heat. Or you could use like a dehydrated method. So if people did mushrooms on a high raw, you can do them raw, or you dehydrate them, and then that still leaves it in this like highest nutritional state.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got anything?
Yeah. Before the presentation, I got a quick question. What's the difference between a vegan and a vegetarian? I always had a boggle down with that.
So, I hope I don't upset anyone, but I don't identify as vegan. To me, vegans can be very unhealthy.
Okay.
They eat a lot of processed food that they are mimicking meats, beyond beef and chicken
burgers
nuggets
and all that,
tofu and all these different soy-based things. I identify as plant-based. So 98% of what I eat or consume, it comes from a plant or a root vegetable of some sort.
I went on a vegan date. That's the last time I seen her. After that, I could not stand it.
How did that go? You gotta tell us, Neek. How did that go?
It did not go
What did
good.
you order?
I ordered
You
chicken. Baja. What is that?
The
On Spring Garden?
boba house.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been there.
I'm glad it's closed.
That fake chicken,
So,
I had
man,
that
So check it out, Neek. So you ordered meats, but everything was veget.
I let her order the meat. This was about 4 years ago, Jess. About 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah. So,
I've been there, man.
So yeah, I ordered. You know, I'm black. I'm like, okay, chicken.
The chicken.
I got the chicken. You know, and it just did.
Did it taste like chicken?
I did not.
It did not.
And I actually made myself.
I second that.
Me being me, huh?
I second that.
Oh, yeah, it's a fact. So me being me, I went through the date and I ate the food. It was awful.
It was awful.
It was awful. And it messed me up. It's just like I'm on Fear Factor.
That's what it feels
It's like I'm trying to stomach it. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
Let me ask you this: Do they still?
I'm serious.
Do they still give you like sweet tea, sodas? They still offer
have
that?
the bubble tea stuff, and
Or everything's healthy or vegan, whatever.
I guess.
Yeah.
It just wasn't for me.
I gotta go check that out.
Nah,
It's
They
a-
close now. They close now.
did they?
Yeah,
Oh,
they-
wow.
I see why. That food was horrible.
You had a bad
man.
experience too.
Yeah, everything he said,
said-
I seconded. Like, it was terrible,
Yeah, I
man.
went once. I didn't like it either.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, they closed down now.
Yeah.
Corey, he asked a question. It was a very good question.
Oh, go to Chewy.
Okay, you want to handle that?
Sorry, Chewy.
Sorry,
It's okay.
Kimberly.
Thank everybody for tuning in to Conversations That Matter. We
One
definitely
second, Chewy.
appreciate
Give it up for Chewy Monroe, the producer of all the
Yeah,
shows.
yeah.
with all the difficulties. You know what I'm saying? So yes, thank everybody for tuning in. Definitely thank everybody that's adding their followers or highlighting the live. We definitely appreciate you.
Chill.
So we'll start from the top with Charlie D. He says, hey, he's ready to get started.
Big C, what up though?
Yes,
What's
thank you
up?
everybody that let us know that the sound was having some difficulties. We definitely appreciate you guys. Bear for us a few minutes. So we have Chamisha Robinson in the building, Shanika Timmons, Ashley Good. Thank you guys for all tuning in.
Big Ash.
Yes. And bear with me one moment as I go
Panda,
through all
panda,
these
panda,
comments.
panda.
Panda.
All right, Charlie D said yes. Beef is bad for us, but I can't let it all go, by the way, but it's limited. Corey McCann says, I have a question for Tiah and my brothers. I've had conversations with women that I was interested in dating before, and one of the very few things some of them asked me was about my diet. Should a person's palate and their diet be grounds for disinterest in dating them?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I think we all have individual answers for that, but go ahead, Tia.
So to answer your question, coming from a more science perspective than just preference, what you consume is in is out, right? So if you think about a man and a woman's relationship and the things that we do, or whoever you do it with, our skin is the largest organ on our body, and when you are exchanging bodily fluids and all the things, what's inside of you comes out. If that, so some people who are very true to their vegan or plant-based lifestyle, they do not want to engage with anyone who is not on that same playing level, because it can have, side effects when it comes to pH levels for women, and different things like that. So I believe that is, preference for some women.
Okay, so let's unpack this. So if you just dating, like Corey McCann is dating,
Right.
so you dating women, right? So we have to be mindful, because what goes in comes out. So even if I'm trying to vegetarian, right? Not vegan. We don't want to do vegan. We want to do plant-based vegetarian. If I'm working to be, a vegetarian, if I'm engaging with women that are not practicing that, it still can affect my diet or my vegetarian journey.
Yes.
To a degree.
To a degree. I mean, you have to think about it on a mental level as well. You have to be 100,000 times more strong in your journey, because, like, for me, I'm cooking meat. Sometimes I be smelling that stuff. I be like, Lord, don't bite it, Tia. Don't bite it. Don't bite it. Don't even, because it makes it more difficult. And so I believe that is based on a true alignment with a partner, and someone who, if I see you and I'm like, deep into self-care, but I know that this is not you caring for yourself, then I'm like, I don't,
Right. I got you.
If that kind of, but people have their different.
Yeah, everybody had a different
right,
opinion. It's subjective. So what do you think, Doc?
I think it could, but I also think that depending on the couple, they can kind of come to some understandings, similar to you and your husband, from what you described earlier. But I know, as for me, it's really, 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 really hard to have a consistent relationship with someone who eats extremely differently than I do. Like, what restaurants are we going to? What are we cooking at home? Like, all of those things mean something when you're talking about diets are extremely different. And I know Keedron and myself, we eat a little differently, but we also eat a lot. A lot of ways and a lot of dishes that we are on the same page with. And for the most part, she makes sure that our family is eating, what we all can eat, and it's all good. But I've seen some couples do it, and I've seen some couples struggle with it. Now there's some people I've tried to date, like Dominique, that were, vegans or whatever the case may be, and we definitely couldn't see eye to eye on dinner date. Dinner dates were not were not fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm good. I'm good on that, Corey.
What about you, Nick?
I mean, it all boils down to being evenly or unequally yoked, but food is, I never thought about that. Food is a big difference and a big issue to be evenly or unequally yoked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me personally, I just stopped eating chitlins maybe about 2 days ago.
Wow.
I just stopped eating chitlins maybe two Thanksgivings ago.
Okay.
Real quick, true story, real quick. So you too? Yeah, I love them. So
Damn, down.
Oh my God.
So I had I was
a whole Greensboro stinking during homecoming.
Bro, they booty noodles. You
Yo,
don't like booty?
I do. I like booty on a body.
So anyway, I was dating, it's about 2 years ago. This like 3 years ago. I was dating this New York girl. That was the vegan. This is the New York chick. The New York chick said, "You eat chitlins?" I said, "Yeah, I love chitlins. We from the South. We got A&T homecoming. Like, this is a chitlin place." She said, "Yo, I'm tired of y'all down South niggas. All y'all do is smell like fried chicken and grow beards." I said, "I'm tired of y'all New York girls. Y'all smell like the ocean, not the good part of the ocean." Anyway, make long story short, very unequally yoked when it did come to the cultures of eating. So that was a deal breaker. But I never thought about that though. So yeah.
It was a deal breaker for her or for you at that moment?
I guess for her. She wants all that anyway.
So you was gonna try to thug it out?
No. Chitlins. Mom, don't nobody make chitlins like Mama. Eat my damn chitlins.
Already.
what made me stop eating chillings?
Okay.
Because I ate so much one day, my blood pressure went sky high. You know, I'm a health addict. I have a health conscious. You know what I'm saying? But just once out of a year, homecoming, Thanksgiving.
Right.
But this Thanksgiving, I almost kicked the bucket. So you know,
Okay, one too
Dominique
many,
love
huh?
Dominique.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
So you know, nah, ain't no
Slow
more
it down.
booty noodles. No more booty noodles.
Yeah, but that's good. Your body talk to you though. We got to
Yes,
start
sir.
listening to our body, most definitely.
Absolutely.
And another thing before we get into the presentation is that because a lot of people don't, they be like, man, I want to eat healthy, but this stuff costs too much. Like, you know, the bad stuff is I can budget. You know, I might have a couple dollars to spend on that, but when it comes to the healthy eating, people are saying the prices are high to eat healthy.
So I've been doing it for a while now, and I say that I'm about 80-20 with it. I can agree in a 20% way because, as it states, to eat organically is a little bit more expensive. You do have to go out of your way a little bit more and being intentional. Now I can appreciate they are putting local stands inside of the grocery stores.
Wow.
So that's giving you an opportunity to really shop with local farmers because when you come in, they'll have a small section that'll have in-season produce is coming from farmers.
Okay.
That wants to be your first selection right
Let's
there.
go. All right.
But other than that, I really don't feel like that because I can make a meal and I have to kind of separate it because I do grow a lot of stuff as well. And so everybody's not doing that. But you can still get your food cheaper from people who are growing by going to the farmer's market, you know, going to the people's market,
Right.
different spaces where they are, you know, putting this produce out. Now, the issue is that people don't know what to do with the food. So fruit is expensive.
Right.
And I will say that if you're trying to fruit fast and eating fruit and bowls of berries and it's expensive. So yes, there. However, there's more to food than just eating fruit.
Right.
And so once you find your balance and you plan, it's not expensive at all. I don't feel that way. I know my husband would say different because we do be having a grocery bill.
Yeah.
But you know.
What's some good? Well, I just want you before we pass it on. What's some stores that we can shop at? Do you go to the Walmarts? Do you go to the Food Lines? Do you go? Well, we don't have Winn-Dixie and Kroger's, but you get what I'm saying. Or do we need to go more Harris Teeter, Publix, or all those the same? What's your take on that?
I am a Harris Teeter girl. I will do Food Lion. Harris Teeter it can be a little more pricey, but to me they have the best deals sometimes. They always can hit you with a buy two, get three, buy one, get one. Food Line is a little bit on the it's a less expensive, but you're not gonna really find a super high quality in Food Lion, which I don't like. And when I really need to get elevated, I go to Publix.
Okay, gotcha.
So
Have you ever heard of Sprout?
I'm not a lover of Sprouts nor Whole Foods. I think
You talking about Brussels sprouts?
No,
I love
it's a
Brussels
store.
sprouts.
Me
It's
too,
a
with the
store.
Deep Roots, love them to death. Love what they're doing.
Yeah, I
Love their
heard of Deep
movement. But I also feel like it's a little bit on the higher end.
So
I would
I have
rather
a
pay the
que-
price than my life. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead, bro.
I would rather pay it. I would rather pay the price than pay with my life.
Facts.
So
Super
Facts.
fast.
Yeah.
Super fast.
Longevity is not such thing as being it's too expensive to live longer. So
Right.
Right. So, question for you. So, if you're really trying to transition into, eating more healthy, shopping at stores is one thing, but how important is it for us to grow our own produce when we're talking about having extremely fresh foods? And
I think it's very important. I'm a very huge advocate for growing your own food. I really don't feel like it's any excuse. I feel like if you have land, even if you do not own it, you can do raised beds, you can do grow bags. They have community gardens all over the city. You partnering up with other people to make the load lighter. So instead of you trying to take on the responsibility of growing so many things, partner up with people who are interested so that the load is spread out.
you
And
grow
everybody-
strawberries, I grow tomatoes.
Right.
He grows,
Cucumbers,
cucumbers.
Exactly,
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. And then kind of just in the community coming together with that, like they speak about in the Bible, bring it to the storehouse if that's really what needs to happen.
Come on.
Coming in this year, we come into the holidays, everybody should be going collars. We shouldn't have to buy that.
Absolutely.
We got all this land.
Oh, we can eat collards. We just can't put the
seeds.
seasonings and all that fat back and all that in there.
Well, I haven't
Please
really,
don't. Please don't.
I'ma
You
tell
got
now,
a substitute? Oh, we got turkey necks.
I haven't
Turkey.
really really made it that far yet. Because when I cook the collards, I still put a little turkey leg in there.
Oh yeah, hubby want the little.
But I take it out. I don't break it apart. I'll
Just
take
the
it
flavor
out.
for the
It's
flavor.
the flavor. And I'm, it is what it is. We like what we like. When you think about the reality of what it really is, it's disgusting, but it tastes good.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It's just pus and blood. And
So with that being said, where can we get educated on growing our foods? Now, I do know that you have a garden club. Could you share information about that and how people can tap in?
So my daughter and I, Skylar, love you, Sky.
Sky.
Hey, Scott.
We are we're in the thick of our garden club, which is Green Thumb Squad. You can Google that. We're across all platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok for Green Thumb Squad. Growing Groceries NC is another place you could come where I kind of talk about growing different things, different recipes and foods that you can create from the things that you grow or get from the farmer's market. You gotta start somewhere. And then also the public libraries are a very good source. They always have seed giveaways. They have pamphlets where you can learn about different vegetables and how to grow them. There's apps like the one that I use on my phone is Seed to Spoon. And Seed to Spoon gives you the dates, when to plant, what's coming up, like all the things.
That's the name of the app. Seeds to Spoon.
Mm-hmm. That's a free app. They do have a one that you could pay, but I just use the free.
We'll put that in the comments too, y'all.
Yeah,
Seeds to Spoon.
Got you. Thank you for the information.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
True, you want to go to the comments?
Yes. Thank you guys again for tuning in to Conversations That Matter. Thank you, Tiah L Henderson, for being here today as well. One moment. My comments moving a little slow today. My apologies. So Chanel Foster is in the building. She says Tiah L Henderson is the growth guru of Growing Groceries NC at growinggroceriesnc.com. Dante Donnell says health is wealth. He also says Food Lion has a 200% guarantee. Ooh, I didn't know that.
I need you to explain that,
What's
brother.
that? Guarantee to
20%
die?
guarantee to make us sick.
We gonna boycott that one.
Charlie D says, I love Brussels sprouts. They are amazing. Dante Donnell says, if your dairy or produce isn't to your satisfaction, they will refund you double.
Great
Okay,
information.
right. Charlie D said, that's great information.
They ain't want us to know that.
Okay,
Yeah,
cha-ching. Charlie D also says, I use broth instead of the meat. Is that worse than the meat?
As long as you are paying attention to what the ingredients are. So we have a habit of just grabbing what we're used to, what we think grandma, mom, auntie, everybody cooking. Just make sure you look at the label. If you're doing a broth, just understand that the broth is only them boiling down. They're doing the same process. However, because it's coming from a place where they are processing it and it has to have storage life, it may have preservatives, additives, and different things in it. So try to shop, if it's organic, even if it says organic, just flip it over and see what all is in it.
Yeah, a lot of sodium are in those
Sodium.
broths as well.
And that holds water. Sodium holds water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Chanel Foster also shouted out the Green Thumb Squad as well as Seeds to the Spoon app. And Miss Keedrian Coldren dropped the link to that app in the comments for us. So if you do want to go check that app out, you have direct access there. Felicia Vaughn says, I look at food as fuel. I don't need a big variety of food to be satisfied. That has helped me to keep my healthy eating budget down.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yes. And those are all our comments at the moment.
Thank you for the comments.
Absolutely.
All right. Any questions from the audience? Y'all good? Sure.
We have a nurse in the audience.
All right. So
She
let's
not
go.
gonna
Nurse
chime
Jess, you
in.
good? Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead into the presentation for the.
So
Cool.
today, what I have for you all is the famous carrot dog. Everybody is very interested in this, the carrot dog. We can
Yes,
take the
we
word
are.
hot dog out because we know it's not a hot dog. However, typically for me, I am a person who loves flavor. And so I do take extra steps to make sure that the food is tasting good and to my liking. And so again, even with your seasoning blends, I grow a lot of herbs, so I do use a lot of fresh ingredients. Make sure with your seasoning blends that you are checking the ingredients to see what's in there. It could be as simple, even with this ketchup right here, right? The ketchup, we know that it has fructose and high fructose syrup in it. That's horrible for you. But again, this is what we're gonna grab because that's what we are accustomed to using. And so again, giving yourself grace in the transition. So starting where you are familiar and building yourself up. So therefore it's not stressful and it's not giving you so much anxiety when you're trying to do the right thing. Because as long as you're taking baby steps to do better, your body is going to lead you in the right direction to do the rest.
So a hard stop is not for everybody.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
I really don't, I don't think that a lot of people are successful. Not now, if you are to a person who is like, you know, I know some people who have healed themselves from basically being off of their deathbed. And so they had to do it. They didn't have a choice. It was either like, you're going to go ahead and check out or you're going to do this. So it had to be a hard stop for them. But if you're just, you know, you're coming into the pre-diabetic or you just know that you need to be doing better a couple days a week versus just doing bad all week is going to get you further than just not doing anything at all.
Gotcha.
So we'll start with our, which I don't know if you want to show. We at the carrot, they probably cold by now, y'all. So the flavor's still gonna be
we
there.
Still gonna make
so
it do what it do.
We'll try them. I didn't plan on, fixing nothing, so y'all can help yourself.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So women don't serve on.
We gonna serve. I did bring some fresh
All right.
onions, so I don't know if you do that. And then I did make a little bit of slaughter going there. I didn't.
Say that again, sir.
Over to the.
Can you hold the carrot dog up outside the bread?
I didn't do chili because I wanted you guys to get more of the experience when it comes to eating the.
How is this prepared?
Okay, so for me in my process, I peel the carrot, clean it, of course, peel the carrot, and I puncture holes in it like it's a potato. And so I have a little system that I created with. I use liquid smoke. I use a steak seasoning. I use garlic powder, onion powder, season it however you like. But those are the things that I typically use. I boil it down. Now it's an art to this because you can't boil it too much till it gets really, really soft. You want to boil it just enough because you got to put it on the grill for a little bit to get that flavor and to get that texture as it is really what we're looking for. So about maybe 15 minutes on the boil.
Hold on, man. So you the dude that be at the cookout that had the ketchup all jacked up like this. All right, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the coleslaw right here. What do you have in the coleslaw?
It's a typical.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
It's not
Okay.
nothing really special about
Okay.
it.
Oh, word. That's what we do.
It's hilarious. Okay. So y'all got live. Y'all got live reaction. Yes. We'll talk about Okay, take one.
All right, so we got. Okay.
I will promise you one bite.
One bite.
At least one bite.
Okay, listen, this is my rule too with my kids in the garden club because I also introduce them to healthy meals when we meet. And so they have to chew. They have to give me 3 chews before they can spit it out.
Oh, I'm not spitting nothing now. It's going in because this is going to help me live, not die.
But like I said before, though, you may not like everything, and you wouldn't want to get to a space and start forcing yourself to eat things because it's not enjoyable. So it's like kind of picking.
Yeah, trying to find your way.
Yes.
But I think that's a lot of our problems. We want what we want,
this is true.
not what
this is
we
true.
need.
This
You
is
know what
true.
I'm saying? So
true.
it's going to taste like chicken, I'm sure.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, so this is the reveal, you guys. We live.
That wasn't funny. It was funny.
We live. Okay, you gonna record?
It was
now?
funny.
Thank you, brother.
We got the
Thank
queen.
you, brother.
The queen in the building. She's gonna record our live reaction of our carrot
All right,
dogs.
y'all ready?
Let's see. Y'all ready? Amen. Lord, we thank you. 1, 2, 3. So we're looking for texture. We're looking for a flavor. So.
Can we drink some Kool-Aid with it?
Okay.
That great Kool-Aid.
What you think? Yes.
Carrots. The thought of carrots. If you wouldn't have told me that was carrot, I can fool my kids with that. I really can. I can fool my kids with that. What's up? Rest the hot dog?
It don't taste like a carrot.
It does not taste like carrot at all.
Yeah,
So
and we can chew it. You can chew it a whole lot easier.
I'm going in for the
versus
second
the
bite.
typical hot
That's a good
dog.
thing. I'm going in for the second bite. Go ahead, Doc. My bad.
Yeah,
While
man.
I enjoy my
So yeah, this is
carrot
pretty
dog.
good.
Yeah, so this morning I said, look, I forgot I was boiling it, and I was sitting. I'm like, why the hell smell like sausage? I'm not cooking no sausage. And it was like because the flavor, and I was like, oh,
That's what you want, though, right?
That's what you want. You want it, and it was like just an aroma in the house. It smelled really, really good.
So it's this simple.
Yes,
Any wife
very
can
simple.
cook this.
Very simple.
Any girlfriend can cook this.
Very simple.
Anybody can cook this, right?
Very simple.
Okay. We eat carrot dogs, y'all. Give it up for the carrot dogs, y'all. Yes.
Now, you can do this on the stovetop as well, but for the flavor, I did, for the look of it, the aesthetic, I put it on the grill.
I see the marks on there. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm getting to it one more time.
Okay,
Nick,
okay.
tell them what I'm doing.
Right now, he is.
See the grill marks in there?
Y'all see those
See
grill.
them grill marks in there?
I'm talking about it tastes fresh from the grill, bro. I'm really shocked. So I was not going to tend to get my Hollywood on. If it wasn't good, I was going to tell you it wasn't good. You know what I'm saying?
I believe that.
It is good.
Yeah, it is.
It is good.
A neck got mine, but yeah, it's good.
It's a little extra protein. Just it's all right. It's all right.
Nah, it's good for real. It was good.
It's a little.
So this is protein.
No.
Oh, you talking about the?
I'm talking about the neck.
Gotcha, my
That's
bad.
your little. That's a neck. That's a
It's
neck.
actually vitamin. It's actually vitamin K.
Oh.
So what else we got? Oh yeah, we'll cover it up.
That was delicious.
That's crazy.
You get another one.
That is delicious. That is delicious. Okay, them to the crib tonight.
I'm a believer.
Can I take them to the crib? Can I take them
Yeah,
a couple?
I made that for
We
y'all.
just bust this down.
Yeah, maybe.
You get a carrot dog. You get a carrot dog. Everybody get a carrot dog. Yes. Yo, I give it a 10.
Love it.
You know,
I give it a 10.
Love it.
I give it a 10.
I give it a 10. Doc.
Yes.
Yeah.
I give it a 9. I didn't have my chili on it.
Oh, that would have been dope. Can you put chili on the carrot dog?
You can, but the only reason why I didn't was because I wanted y'all to really focus in on the flavor and keep it. Because even with the onion and the slaw, it's still kind of masked, a little.
So
bit,
all
but it
this, the
blends
coleslaw is still healthy?
Yes,
Okay.
everything. Yep.
Okay, good. So
Yes.
I give it a 10 out of 10 because of the creativity, because of the taste. And it didn't even taste like a carrot. Like Dominique said, if somebody would have wrapped this up and just brought it to me and gave it to me and I just ate it thinking it was a hot dog, I wouldn't have known the difference.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I do think that chili would have been hitting though.
Oh yeah, it's
You could have added
definitely
like a vegetable chili.
It's good.
You know?
That's what I put on it. But
Okay.
again, like I just really want you because you can do this now. You know how to do it. You can do it at home. Give it
Right.
to your kids, and you can beef it up however you want
Yeah.
to do that.
Is this
So,
recipe on your website or anything where they can find it or just contact you for
I'll
more
make it
information?
more accessible, but
Okay.
I'll put it in my
Carrot dogs, y'all. Give it up for the carrot dogs. They was absolutely great. Delicioso. So let's go to the comments while we got these carrot dogs up. I see people rolling in. What we got?
No cap too.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for all the comments. Definitely thank you for our carrot dogs, Miss Tiah L Henderson. So Chamisha Robinson says, most definitely Keidron Coldren. Felicia Vaughn says they are so good. Apparently she's had some. Ashley Good says, I keep missing the famous carrot dog.
Well, I'll bring you one.
Yes. Charlie D says, yeah, you're going to have to cause, yeah. Felicia Vaughn also says, when people hear carrots, they run. So this is really good.
Yeah.
Lisa Sheila also says they look really, really good.
Most
So
definitely.
congratulations on the carrot dogs.
All right. Shout out to the carrot dogs. Growing groceries. Tiah Henderson.
Yes.
The nutrition guru.
Now, I'm not. This is the thing, right? So I love. Thank you. Like I love that. People like my food. That was my first love. Actually, was I went to culinary school. Toured Le Cordon Bleu in Atlanta. I went toured.
toured.
Yeah, I toured.
Okay, you toured.
'Cause
That's
they
all you
told me
needed.
the tuition was 36,000,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, career change.
Well, I went to college then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's
I went
always
to
been my
college
first-
then. I had a couple tours myself.
Cooking has been my first love, and so a lot of people have been asking me about serving and meal prepping for them and things like that. And the reality for me is that I really want to get more into an education space and show you how to be able to do it on your own to be sustainable, so we can put this in our bloodlines, put it back build it into our households.
Right.
We have to stop getting to the point to where we always just need people to do things for us.
Right.
That keeps us in a space of constantly having to we gotta work harder because we gotta make more money because we gotta pay for more stuff. And so if you can find through balance in your life that you can get to a point to where you don't have to pay people to do things for you because your health is in your hands.
Right.
You shouldn't put that in anybody else's hands. So what my goal right now is to just, like I said, be an example. I put the recipes out. I don't charge for that. I do have some things coming up that's more condensed into like an ebook style, which I'm still working on that to be able to have that available. And of course, it's going to be very affordable because this information is free. And for me, I have the time, God has truly blessed us for me to be in a position to be able to have time to do the research, to play around with the groceries, to play around with the different ingredients and find things that are very palatable, flavorful, and fun.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah. That was awesome.
So what do we have here?
So last night I was thinking about a juice or a tea or something with fruit, because a major thing that we are dealing with in our community is dehydration, constipation, and that truly comes from not only things that we're eating, but constipation is also to let you know that you're really dehydrated.
Right.
And so I was like, for me, my rule of thumb is if the juice don't separate, I'm not drinking it.
Oh, okay.
Whatever it is, if it does not separate, if you cannot see a separation in it, I'm not going to drink it.
Oh, okay. So it got to separate.
It has to separate. Cold pressed juices are going to be better for you because they're going to actually have most of the nutritional value. Juicing is good, but you can eat your fruit. You don't have to go into the juicing thing. I think that's more of a fad. It's not. It's good, but again, that process and the processing of it strips the nutrients. So when you're juicing and it's going through this process of heat and moving fast like that, the fiber is completely stripped of whatever it is that you're juicing. So you do end up with a lot more sugar, and that's why a lot of the doctors would tell diabetics and pre-diabetics not to juice, because you're losing the fiber, and your fiber helps you to control your sugar levels. And so for diabetics, that's why that is not really it's not good for them. And so with a juice that is cold pressed, that's basically just you taking the fruit and you're just like squeezing it to get all of the juice out of it. Now this does have this is a raspberry, like a berry lemon tea. Okay. And so I made a raspberry tea that has all types of great benefits. And vitamin C is full of vitamins. It has fresh strawberries, fresh lemon, and then I created a simple syrup. It's a little bit of honey and cane sugar, organic cane sugar. So that was a switch over from using regular table sugar, which is horrible for us. And I don't believe any type of like sugar is good for you, but of course it's always going to be better to get something that is more sourced from nature versus man created.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
All right, let's taste it.
That's what this is. And basically you give it a little shake. Now, okay. So you give it a little shake and it just, gets everything going. And you have no dyes in here. This is straight color from the fruit.
Oh.
So, when we're thinking about Kool-Aid and the amount of dye and sugar and everything that they're putting in there, that is just so super unhealthy. And then, they're giving it to the kids. And then before you know it, they in the conference room trying to get you to put them on medication because they're too hyper.
Right.
So, I did put straws in your little basket, but you can just if you want a little, if you want some, I cut some lemon.
You got lemon in it? You want lemon?
Word with the music.
That's good. It's good. It tastes fresh.
It tastes organic. It tastes clean.
You taste the sweet air. It tastes clean. Yeah.
And so something like this is more so for health benefits, for hydration. If you wanted to drink it with a meal, you could, but it is a alternative for other drinks and sugary thing. It'll give you that nice little hit. You know, it's just
It got that nice little bite to it.
Right.
Like
right.
little bite.
And that's gonna come from the tea. And so
This is like the mature palate.
Exactly.
This is a very mature palate.
Exactly.
You can taste it with some liquor too, though.
A little earthy.
A little earthy.
Yep.
A little
And that-
manly.
Yeah.
The manly.
That comes from the herbs. And so you can also do this with just plain water, and then you won't have that earthy to it.
And you can chase it with some liquor.
No. We
It look. We just saying.
No.
It'll be healthy.
No. Let's not do that, peeps. Not do that.
Just
Healthy drinking.
There's no healthy drinking. We're gonna treat our liver kind.
For sure. For sure.
Okay.
Well, this is really good. Where can we get this at? You?
Oh yeah, I made that. I do have.
So you got a
that.
recipe? That's
I did. Yeah,
free
I
access to
have
that
it.
too.
Yep, yep.
So do you have any actual like cooking workshops where
No,
you
I do not.
actually can train or show people how to do these for
You teach them
themselves?
kids. It's time to teach us adults.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
know, and I
we
want
need
to. I've been really thinking about it. I wanted
Yeah,
to
it'd be a dope
actually do
workshop.
like some tastings, and where it could be like different types of meals and how to create certain things. I definitely did want to start doing that because again, like I'm not going to get into the space of meal prepping and creating food for them. I really want people to stop saying how much time that they don't have to take care of themselves. Just
Most
as bad
definitely.
as you have
Yeah.
to work and put gas in your car and take care of them kids, you have to make time for yourself because
Yes.
Absolutely.
we dropping, y'all. We dropping like flies, and it makes no sense.
That's right.
40,
Strokes,
50-year-old
heart attacks.
heart attacks, these heart diseases, and we're normalizing it. It's not the doctor's fault. It's not anybody else's fault when it comes to the medication because you don't have to be on it.
Right.
But the reality is that we're at war for real, and and you're fighting addiction.
Yeah, for sure.
That's real.
That
Like
is
you're
real.
fighting
Yeah.
addiction. It is it's difficult. It's a mind thing. And I think that for me, finally, I have mastered the addiction part of it.
Gotcha.
And so like in the beginning, you stop drinking soda, but then you won't have a soda and then you have a little bit of a soda and it's like, okay.
See, that's where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
1 foot in, 1 foot out.
yeah, for me, I kind of talk to myself real crazy and it keeps me on track because for me, I'm like, why are you doing it? What is the point of you doing it? So now your body having to fight 10, 20, 30 times harder to get rid of what you put. Now, we don't see that part. We don't see the cells in there fighting for dear life and having to do this and do that and how our bodies are just wonderfully made to be able to because we don't feel the direct effects of it right away.
Right.
It takes time. By the time you start having symptoms and signs
It's
of
too
being
late.
sick, it's not too late, but you're already ill. You're already feeling bad. You're not paying attention to, oh, my head hurts. Let me just take something. So now you're taking pills and you on medication on top of putting food in your body that is clogging you up, backing you up. So now you have toxins going into your bloodstream and all of these different things. And it's just a madhouse. So for me, the mental part of it is that I don't want to do that anymore. And I noticed that like my energy levels just through the roof all day. I just go. Go. When it's time to
You
go
and
down
Sky.
though,
You and Sky.
we be gone. We gone.
I got a
But
question.
yeah. Go ahead.
You were speaking of addiction, an uphill battle with food. Is it true that kids can be, you got crack babies and heroin babies?
Yes.
Is it true for like the black baby, they're already addicted to sugar and salt, passed down hereditary through our genes? We're already addicted to sugar and salt?
Well, you gotta-
Alcoholism too, I heard.
Definitely, most definitely.
well, you got to think about when mom is pregnant, what she's eating. And so that's what happened to me, I believe, with Skylar. My diet was so horrible that when she came out, it was just like instant. And then our first meal, you see moms in the hospital, they first meal, you got some Chick-fil-A, some McDonald's, steak and cheese, fried chicken, macaroni and cheese as soon as they give birth.
So could that be, I'm not big on conspiracy theories, but
Right.
could that be because autism? I have a daughter that has autism as well. Shout out to all the kids, the parents that are battling kids with autism. Could that be part of diet or is that part of medical stuff given to kids?
I believe it's a little of both. I'm not I'm not a person like when it comes to certain things that we are supposed to medically need, I believe it can be excessive. I believe that we should definitely educate ourselves further into the things that we are forced pretty much into. Oh, your baby fresh out, so let me give them 12 vaccines, and they can't handle it. Their bodies cannot handle it. Our bodies, when you come out, you are wonderfully made. And I don't believe that we stand on that enough. I believe that we let the doctors and society dictate how we move in that respect especially when it comes to a mother and giving birth and having our children. Because I did the same thing. So when Skylar was born, she had her vaccinations, all these different things. And so the jaundice, because I'm O, she's A, and all these different things that happen. But definitely, and I posted something about with the mother and the things that we and these chemicals that we eat when you're pregnant, the baby absorbs all of that. So they wonder why. Like if you notice right now, it's the highest number of the kids being born that they're not speaking. And with the autism, like where is it coming from?
That was my question.
Normal. It's not normal.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, and definitely with like puberty, they saying with all this stuff going on. And then like when you said disease is your body's at dis-ease. I've been hearing that a lot lately, and we can heal ourselves, depending on what we feed ourselves, and listening to our bodies. So that's some good information. I know we can go on and on for days with this though. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the presentation. Give it up for Miss Tiah Henderson, y'all. So we go through the comments and then we'll close out for this episode.
Absolutely. So we have a few more comments here. Ashley Good said her salad, smoothies, and pickles are amazing.
Yeah.
Latoya Cruz Rivas says, I have to try these carrot hot dogs on my journey to eating healthier and working out. So let me ask you, Tiah, as well. What advice can you give people who are eating healthy as well as working out? You know, sometimes they might feel fatigue or they might not have the protein that they're getting from normal meats and stuff like that to sustain an active workout. What advice would you give to them?
My advice for that would be just being more intentional with what you're eating. And so sometimes people don't understand what that looks like. And what I find is that when people are trying to do healthy and they're, posting their foods and stuff like that, there's not nearly enough substance on the plate to get them anywhere. Yeah. It's bigger than just salad. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than just vegetables as well. It's an overall balance. Color is a great thing. I posted about that the other day. Your greens, your reds, white, everything, it all counts. And just really taking the time to think about that. We don't think about it. Oh, I got to eat salad. And then on your salad is nothing but some tomatoes, cucumbers. You probably done put some cheese on it, and so it's not if it's including meat. And so thinking about extra things, like when I make a salad, like the salad is huge. So I stack the salad and I include double protein items. So I use hemp seeds and nuts and different types of dried fruits and olives and onions and green peppers.
Do you eat egg on your salad?
I do.
That's considered meat to you?
No, I don't have a problem with egg. The egg whites. Now the egg yolk is a problem because of the cholesterol.
Gotcha.
An egg yolk. Now y'all know I raise chickens, so an egg yolk and an egg can sustain a baby chicken for 21 days with nothing else. So if you can imagine what that's doing to your blood when you consume it, the egg yolk in itself.
Got you.
So it's kind of like, I don't know, my body just turned off from eggs. I loved eggs, but I ate one day and I was just like, this is not, I got that feeling. I was like, this is not working for me. I tried it maybe 3 more times after that, thinking maybe I was tripping, and I wasn't. And so I just stopped eating them. It's not for me.
Yeah, just wanted to slide that in right quick.
Yeah, but egg whites is a good source of protein. And a lot of vegans, they're into the animal cruelty aspect of it as well, and so they don't do honey, things like that, because of course they say honey is just bee vomit, and they get into more of what things are when you're eating it. And for us, culturally, when it comes to sugar and different things like that, we don't really care about what we throw it where it tastes good. I mean, It is what it is. But it has very, very high nutritional benefits for us as well. So it's a bittersweet type of thing when it comes to stuff like that. But overall, you just have to be so intentional. And once you get the groove of it, then it just starts to come naturally. And then not forcing everything into one thing. Because in our households, it's three things on the plate: your starch, your vegetable, and your meat. If you study the food combination chart, we're not even supposed to eat like that. You're not supposed to mix your meat with starches. So if you're gonna do a meat, you have to do your meat and your vegetable. Fruit should be eaten by themselves. Melon should be eaten by themselves because everything digests at a different rate. And so you can cause fermentation. That's where acid reflux and gas and all these different things come from because of how we are combining the food.
Got you.
Right.
One more thing before we get out of here, because us people, us black people, every time we go through somewhere, we got to have our sauces. And you talk about that before we leave out. Is ranch good? Is barbecue good? Is honey mustard good? Is Chick-fil-A sauce and all this stuff? What's the deal with sauces?
Well, any Chick-fil-A, we're not doing nothing from there. No, nothing barbecue sauce. Anything that they're going to use is going to have several different type of ingredients in there. Anything can be kind of transformed into a healthier, basically way. I don't know the name of the brand right off, but there is a black-owned company that I use, and he has a very good barbecue sauce, a sweet and sour spot. That's the dressing that we
the
have
dressing
for the
you
workshop.
gave us?
Yes,
Yeah.
that guy. And so his ingredients are very clean and sugar-free. And
we need to get his information.
Yeah,
I'm reach out to
yeah. And just looking at it, you just gotta look at it. Ranch, no, it's not good for you. It's buttermilk. You know what I mean? Like, and we think like, oh, you doing better. You're doing better by working out and eating, but you're eating bad. So the exercise is not doing anything for inside of your body.
A good workout, a bad diet will kill a good workout.
It's killing the workout. You
Okay,
just doing
Gene be staying on me all this.
It's not, yeah.
I go to Southern Cafe, boy, Fritz toast up the hill. He be like, what the hell?
You don't gain no weight.
I go right back to the gym.
But that isn't for what it's internal. What's
Yeah,
going
your
on
insides
internally.
probably terrible, bro.
Right, yeah.
For real. I drink a lot of water though.
Yeah, I mean, and that's not really good either because what water does is it flushes yourself. You can really like drown yourself. You're flushing all of your nutrients out. So if you're already eating bad and then you're drinking a lot of water on top of that, you're not getting nothing.
Dang, I'm learning today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they saying plus getting your water through the natural fruits and vegetables is the best way.
So that is an idiom saying that you have to drink at least 64 ounces of water a day.
Now our bodies, based on your weight and everything like that, we a good amount of spring water daily is good, but it's I mean, as long as you're hydrated. Okay. And so if you're eating a lot, like for me, I eat pretty well. So I eat a lot of watery vegetables. I eat a lot of things that, cabbage and broccoli and different
any
things.
Melon, watermelon,
any melon, cucumbers, apples, things that have high
watermelon.
water content, zucchini. That's gonna be
spinach has a lot.
Exactly.
Spinach,
yes.
kale,
yes,
kale.
And so those things
kale
have a lot of water content in them. So I eat a lot of that
learned
stuff.
that the other day.
Right. So I really don't drink water. I don't really drink water like that.
Before we go,
Do your thing, bro.
what about plastic? See, they try to, and I'm not big on conspiracy theories, but if I'm getting a bunch of Deer Park water, you about to take number one. So if I'm getting a lot of Deer Park water, Spring Valley, Desana, Aquafina, and this is a phobia. I have a plastic phobia, although I'm outnumbered, so I still use plastic.
Right.
Is that part of the cancer that's going on as well?
It
Because I'm drinking water, but I'm drinking it out of a plastic
Right.
bottle.
And we should. And that's why I really haven't converted over yet. I'm a little cheap now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm still working on myself because there's water that we can buy. It comes in the glass. What is it? It's two brands, Mountain something in the green bottle, and then there's
the green bottle with the blue tag. I seen that.
There's another one that starts with the L. That's kind of like an orange.
So Fiji's not good.
No.
Yeah, they got the
It's a brand.
they got the what do you call it when they the minerals in it, they change the flavor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So and I still succumb to it a lot. I love Fiji. You know what I'm saying?
We
I
all
succumb
do.
to it all the time.
What's the word they always talk about, Dr. Sebi? The water.
Alkaline. Yeah. What about alkaline?
It's just again, as consumers, the water, they have to make you believe certain information and facts
I
about
like
it
that.
so that we
Marketing.
because exactly
Everybody put alkaline on it.
Yeah.
exactly. And so like you can sustain perfectly fine without drinking any water at all. If you are eating correctly.
Right.
If you're not, it's not a good idea.
Because that's what I was gonna say. What we supposed to drink if you can't drink water? But then you said it's about what you eat.
It's about what you eat.
We
It's
not
your
supposed to be
food.
drinking all day anyway.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's in your food.
I saw an article, a video where a gentleman was saying he hasn't drank any water in over 3 years because of the foods that he eats.
Wow.
Yeah, and he stays hydrated.
Yeah, it's very hydrating. So for me, and I know I drink a lot of grapefruit juice, which is cold pressed, and then I just, what I'm eating is enough. And your body will tell you, instantly if you're dehydrated from the headaches, your lips get chapped and different things like that. So of course, like in the wintertime, they try to push like these different type of lip balms, talking about the weather and the chapped lips. No, you're dehydrated, boo. It's not the weather.
From the chapstick.
Exactly.
Oh.
It's even from the lotions. That's why I make
Deodorant.
Yep, I make skin cream for Scholar and I because a lot of the lotions, they have alcohol and different ingredients in them that are just not good for you. So overall, trying to just transition into a
Natural, like
more natural. It's a mindset, y'all. Like especially in our communities, and you can't really go to the old heads with this because they're not trying to hear it.
right. They stuck in their ways.
But it's dangerous for us now because it's different from when they was doing it.
Right,
It's not the same.
Do you feel like people were more healthier back then?
I do.
than they are now?
I do.
I do too.
I do
Yeah.
too, yeah.
And even with the meat. Now, the problem with some of the meat as well is like we were talking about with the cooking, and it becomes carcinogenic, which causes the cancer when it's cooked at high temperatures. And so that's a chemical that's going to be released regardless of what type of meat. I don't care if it's organic, grass-fed, no antibiotics. It does not matter.
What about sushi and raw?
What do you mean?
Like people that eat raw, like sushi or rare steaks.
Well, that's on them. It's not.
Oh, I didn't know if that had something to do
No,
with
we
it because the
can't.
temps. You said the
No,
temps.
now when you're doing that, they're just closer to the actual state of it. So if you needing protein from a piece of steak, just eat the steak. Once you cook it, there's no protein because the protein is in the blood.
Fish has mercury in it. If you know the ocean has
certain
mercury
fishes,
anyway,
certain fishes do have a lot of mercury.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. That's why they tell pregnant women not to really consume certain fish and things like that. So I say anyway, anything that comes with a caution on how much you can consume it, you probably should just stay away from it. Just hands down. Like, oh, you should only have this amount because it's not. So it's in our thinking, and I think the most important thing that we have to understand is that a lot of what we've been taught, we've been lied to.
Yeah, we've been lied
this
to.
thing is not perfect. It's not perfect. And I know there's a lot of people who, they have situations to where their body declines when they start, eating vegetables more and different things. But I will also just contest for me to that is that they're just not intentional enough with what they're eating and how they're eating. If you show me what you're eating and there's no substance to it, you're not getting enough of the vitamins. Just like if you're eating mushrooms, a lot of people don't know that mushrooms absorb vitamin D like we do. So if you put your mushrooms in the sun and you sunbathe them for 15 minutes, you got a triple dose of vitamin D when you eat it.
And you can get out there with them in the sun.
Exactly.
That's dope.
Hey,
That's dope. That's
Exactly.
dope.
Get that vitamin C.
Right.
All right. Well, it's been a great episode.
yeah.
Last final thoughts. We start with you, Doc.
I just want to say I appreciate you coming on here.
Yes,
I
yes.
appreciate this show.
Yeah, for sure.
And just learning and in some instances just being reminded, of what we need to do to eat to live. So thank you.
What about you,
I want
Nick?
to say too that I work heavily with the girls club, and I sent Jean the video. I had made the kids zucchini spaghetti.
Oh,
And
wow.
listen, they licked their plates to the point to where I could have used them again. They were so clean. Like now, I don't force my lifestyle onto other people, so I did use ground turkey meat for them. We educate and you make your own decision, but it's not forced. And so for the noodles, for the replacement, because we have the garden up there and we're growing zucchini. Unfortunately, the squash bugs got us this year, but we locally shop and we got some zucchini for them. And I showed them how to use a spiralizer and create the meal, and they absolutely loved it.
So the zucchini was the noodles.
Yes, and you put it in the spiralizer and it becomes like a pasta.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I like
That
to
was
put
raw.
mine.
I didn't cook that. I didn't cook it. They took the sauce. We made the sauce. I put the noodles on the plate for them, put the sauce on top, and kind of just mix it up a little bit. And that was raw. It was completely hydrating. Didn't have any heat to it.
They
Besides
were
the sauce.
killing it.
Smash.
Wow.
So
They would kill those if they wouldn't
imagine
know.
if the kids
Nah, for
can
real.
eat. The only reason why they're not eating this is because we're not eating it.
Because they program. We all program.
Yeah.
So our kids, it helps me as well because the kids are getting sick. We got 8-year-olds walking around with diabetes.
Yeah.
They cannot play outside because they too heavy.
Mm-hmm.
They run out of breath. They asthmatic. They got all these allergies and different things that are coming from the food, and that's where it stems from. It's from the food. And so the Takis and the Cheetos, 3 months old, you sucking on the Cheeto, the process, and it is literally making us very, very sick.
Maybe you can get this into the school system.
I really did. You know what? The school system is the problem.
Yeah,
Watch out now. That's
all-
it. You
all-
know, he coming right
all of
behind
this
you.
is all structural and
They
part of
force
the
it.
system
Most
that is an issue.
It is set
Yeah.
up from the beginning for failure, unfortunately. And if you don't take it to your own hands, like people say it's too much, they don't have time, and that's just what
Excuses.
happens. The kids, I was talking to the kids about them using the bathroom, and they didn't even know or understand the fact that they should be using the bathroom every day. Like if you're not having a bowel movement every single day, that is a problem. It is a big, big problem. And they think that it's just fine. They think it's okay if it's hard and they got a strain and they stomach hurting. Same thing. When I used to eat certain foods, I just smash out in the middle of the night. I'd be up, throwing up, using the bathroom. Oh, I just got to get it out my system. No, your body is rejecting that. But we know, drink the Miralax and get you some prune juice, baby.
Some
and
fish oil.
You know what I'm saying? No, you don't have to feel like that. I'm telling y'all, if you just try it, your body, you will feel so much better. You will feel so much different. Look for the different things. Like for Cheetos, I give my daughter chickpea puffs. She love them. Girl, eat the whole bag. Here, you can have that. Dried fruits instead of the different types of chips and snacks. We eat okra chips. Delicious.
You gotta put me on the
Where do you
okra
get
chip.
those? Where do you get the cheese puffs from and the okra chip?
Most of the stores carry them. Most of them, they may be, they gonna be tucked on the bottom because it's what the healthy stuff. But the brand for those is called Hippie. Yep, and they actually have a nacho chip, and they also have but it's chickpeas. So the protein is there, and the kids love it. I give it introduced to the kids. I take it out the bag because that's how I had to start with Skylar. Taking out the bag, changing what it looked like, and then let her make her own opinion about it. And then, because once
That's
you are
awesome.
already in the thick
That's
of it,
awesome.
it's not kind of like lying, but I got to let you at least try it. Because sometimes they won't even touch it. They won't touch it. And so for me, I had to at least get her to try it. And then she's like, okay. And then we talked. I told her what it was. And also, the last thing I really want to say is that a lot of times for adults, we feel like that kids are not owed an explanation. I told you that it's not good for you. We're not eating it. Don't eat that. No, they
The overseers.
Yes, they deserve an explanation as to, okay, well, this is not good for you, but this is why. You see this ingredient right here? This is what this causes. This is why I don't want you to eat this. This is what this can lead to. And actually having a conversation with them and educating them instead of just being an authority figure over them and telling because I said so, or we're not doing it, or you can't have it. Because as soon as they get of age and they got access to it, that's the first thing that they're going to do.
Right.
Yeah,
So
and
the
they need
education
the
is important.
understanding.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So
Most
Skylar
definitely.
started making her own decision. I told her what something she would put in the trash. Because they don't know. They know color. They know what they see their other friends doing and other people doing. And so that's what they go for.
Right.
But if I tell you that this ingredient is used in a cleaning agent and cancer, and this does this and does that, it's like, oh, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't eat that. So that's just, food for thought and something to think about when it comes to our kids, when it comes to ourselves. You just love yourself a little bit more. Talk to yourself a little bit more whenever you are, consuming things or thinking about when you get the itch to eat certain things or munch on certain things. Think about what that's going to do to your body and think about being here. And a lot of us in the community, we don't have our life insurances policy set up and stuff like that. People tired of doing fish fries for burying people that really should be here. You really should be here.
Yeah.
So we got to come together as a community and just do better.
Most definitely. Thank you for
That's
all
good.
that.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
And on my final note, I just want us to start leading by example. You know, I feel like in our households, us as parents can start leading. We can start practicing these things and setting an example for the youth and everybody else to follow. You know, somebody got to be in leadership. And I thank you for making the transition and coming back and teaching your people. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people switch over and just don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Yeah. So thank you for coming back and teaching us and us on our platform. And thank you to the audience for listening. And hopefully you can take this in and apply it to your household and your everyday eating as well. Because I'm definitely doing it.
I hear you.
What you gonna do?
Right.
On the record.
We need some accountability. What you gonna do? What y'all gonna change? I would like to know that. What is one thing that you would really like to start implementing in eating healthier and making better decisions?
For me, I want to be more nutritional about my eating. So what I'm saying about that is I'm gonna practice what you're saying to get more nutrients in the food, eat more foods with water in it. You know, eat more fruits and vegetables to consume more water, I guess. And be mindful. Like, even though I don't eat beef and pork, I don't want to eat as fried food. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna eat more colder food because I know the heating will take away the nutrition, protein, and all that stuff that we need. I don't know. I think I'm gonna start shopping at the farmer market too, or just hit you up to get some vegetables because that's important. Because I feel like some vegetables in the grocery store still got chemicals and other stuff that might get
Absolutely.
We didn't see it.
Absolutely.
One thing about gardening, you know what's in it because you made it.
Right. So yeah, and that's what we need to promote too. And I know Gene always been an advocate for it, but and I know you are. But it's cool to be a farmer. It's cool to grow your own stuff. Like Gene said, one person grow this.
Not only is it cool, bro, it is an absolute necessity.
Most definitely,
for survival as a community, for us to know how to grow our food.
Then we should definitely have one.
Agriculture is very important.
Most definitely, we can put one out there. Let's go,
bro.
Northside Market, baby.
So we're partnering with
you got some
show.
Yeah, we're partnering with the club, and there's some things that we're working on, bro.
That's dope. Yeah. And we want to motivate everybody to get into it. You know, health is wealth.
Yeah, adults, kids, teenagers, like for real. I think everyone should know how to survive if something happens. Can we survive out there and grow our foods and maintain?
They don't want us to. They really don't want us to. It's a big business. You know, I graduated. I took the farm from the urban farm school in Winston, and I learned so much about the processing of how they even have to prepare our vegetables. You know, it's dipped in bleach and
sprayed with pesticides,
with different things, make it glossy. Skylar said the other day when in the store, she said, "Mom, why that apple look fake? Like it looked like." I was like, "Cause that's what the consumers want. If they don't want the natural food the way it looks, like it's got a little brown spot on it, I don't want that." So we kind of did that to ourselves. So we got to learn how to get back to natural food and how it looks. It took when I started growing food now. Just for the record, you know, because you get up close, you see all the poop, you see all the holes, you know a bug was on it.
Right.
You know, that's why I said with the little net, I ate that. I don't care. You know, when it's outside, it'd be all types of bugs and everything that's on it.
Yeah. Quick question: do you guys use insecticide in your garden?
No.
Okay, good.
Okay, Gene, what's your what you changes? She asked us all a question.
Committing to really learning gardening.
Gardening?
Yeah, like really committing to it. Yeah.
Most definitely.
And investing in it.
For sure.
Me personally, this episode definitely was not in vain with me. I'm going to use those carrot dogs for placebo. You know what I'm saying? Because if the kids don't know what they're eating, they will tear that up.
They're going to tear it up.
If they were already prepped up with what they ain't got to look at it. Just listen, bro. That's a great placebo. So I definitely learned a lot today, and I do have a health conscious, so it was definitely an enlightening show. So I'm definitely enlightened by some things that I didn't know.
Most definitely.
Thank you.
Let's grow, family. Let's grow.
Sure. How about you?
Making that juice. That good old tea. And I like the fact where you said if it doesn't separate, you don't want it. I think that's a good way to healthy or nutritional or even organic juices from stuff that might be concentrated.
Because the juices are expensive now. When the The ones that are they say that are organic and they could be costly. So it is more cost effective for you to do it yourself. Like I said, take that time, prep it, just go ahead and do it. Knock it out, and you'll have it. And you can also freeze it.
And that's what I was just about to ask you. How long does it stay good in the refrigerator?
Well, I would consume in 14 days, but if you're doing
that's a
what
good
you're
time.
supposed, it's not gonna last. You gotta drink it.
Cool,
Yep.
cool. All right, it's been another one, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm your main man, William Hussey 365.
Gene Blackman.
Big 22. Remember the name Tiah Henderson?
The Gardening Realtor.
That's what's up.
Yes,
This has been
sir.
another episode of Conversations That Matter. Catch us next week, same time, same place. And it's just like that.